hello. Now we should have sound. All right. Okay. Yep. Okay, let me know in the chat if we have sound, but we should. We should be good now.
Got it now?
Yep, got it now.
Boom.
Got it now.
Little adversity only just makes us stronger, right?
There you go.
You gotta power through. Gotta push on.
Yep.
Right. So, let's try this again. So, welcome to another episode of HollerCast LiveStream. It's good to be here.
Sorry about the technical difficulties, everybody. OBS, which is the software we use to broadcast this show, updated, and apparently it decided to forget what my audio interface was. Yeah, so I just had to add that back.
That will happen.
It will. So, sorry, I derailed you there.
No, you're good.
My bad.
You're good.
So, yeah, we're doing a fundraiser for Keith Stewart.
Yes.
Take it away.
So, look up GoFundMe.com and then look up Give Keith a Good Leg to Stand On. Again, that's GoFundMe.com. Give Keith a good leg to stand on, and we'll link it down in the
yep,
comments
I'm putting
below.
it in the chat right now.
So we're going to really be pushing this. We want to make sure Keith gets as much money possible in his fundraiser. You'll kind of get a brief overview of what the funds will go to in our little ad that we're going to play here in just a few minutes. And every donation is tax deductible. So it's done through a what do they call it? C3.
Yes, I will have that pulled up in just a second.
So anyway, what I was saying was I'm a little nervous because to incentivize this whole thing, if we reach our goal of only $200, which is absolutely completely doable, I know you guys can do this. I will be eating a little Nitro here, which is supposedly the world's hottest gummy bear. Now, I didn't know a whole lot about these when I bought this. I kind of bought it on a whim, not with necessarily any intention behind it. But I did look up some YouTube videos, and apparently it is quite hot. So I have brought some goat's milk and some lemonade to help cool me down afterwards, and hopefully that will keep me from dying or passing out.
And it's going to be interesting because you're already sweating.
Yep, and Laura's here. Yes.
Hey guys.
I'm actually more nervous about my restroom.
Yeah.
Because I
think I'll make it to my house before I destroy yours, but hopefully.
I deep cleaned my bathroom today. So.
Well, good. Thank you for providing me a good place to rest.
Good place
to possibly throw
good
up.
place to vomit.
You're welcome.
So the gentleman that sold me this, it was at one of those kitsy little shops in Myrtle Beach, the Wings or whatever it was called. It was a Jamaican fella, and he says to me that the last guy that bought this threw up in the parking lot. Hey, man. He threw up in the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We'll see how that goes. So we're going to be monitoring the GoFundMe. But again, that's GoFundMe.com. And just simply type in the search, Give Keith a Good Leg to Stand On.
I've linked it in the chat as well as the description.
And this is organized by Mr. Aaron and Laura Farrago.
Yep.
And they're in the comments, I believe. What's up? We're so good to be glad to be doing something like this because these are the kind of things we want to do to help support the community and
absolutely
things like that. So,
and when we do reach our goal, $200, we are going to be donating ourselves $100 to put with that to make it $300. In addition to Chase possibly blistering his mouth with his gummy bears. So in addition to Chase, punishing himself, we are going to be donating $100 ourselves to the fundraiser, and we are just so glad to be a part of this. So we're going to go ahead and play the ad. It'll give you an idea a little more of what this money is going to support. So Noah, if you would, please play the ad.
Which button is it?
Ads 1.
Thank you.
HollerCast is proud to partner on our first community fundraising effort, Give Keith a Good Leg to Stand On. Keith Stewart is a member of the community who has had several life-changing medical diagnoses arise this past year. He was diagnosed with stage 3 laryngeal cancer and has had to have his voice box removed as part of the treatment. Also, due to complications with neuropathy, he has wounds that cannot heal and needed a below-the-knee leg amputation. Throughout all this, he stays strong and proud, missing his life of being able to speak and walk. Keith is a kind-hearted soul and has always been a helping hand to others, and now he is in need of a helping hand himself. His savings has been depleted due to the overwhelming cost of the surgeries and medical bills. The funds raised will be used to pay for a prosthetic leg, an electric wheelchair, making his home handicap accessible, as well as a permanent voice box implant. Please visit the link in the description below to donate and help give Keith a good leg to stand on.
So yeah, that kind of gives you a brief overview of what these funds are going to be used for. Keith's a good man. When somebody in this community is down, one thing that I've always loved about living here is people in this community will give most people will give you the shirt off their back if that's what it took.
They really will. Even people that will give you attitude to go along with it will still give you the shirt.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It may be a Megadeth t-shirt, but they'll give it to you. So again, all these donations are done through a 501c3 organization, so they are fully tax deductible. I wanted to make sure that was not something we included in the ad, which we probably should have, but just want to make that clear.
Yeah, probably should have said that.
So please get out there. The link's in the chat down below. Please visit it, donate, and we're gonna remind you guys throughout the podcast tonight.
And if you can't donate, please share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, all your social media.
Yeah,
put it out there as much as you can, so we can get Keith his prosthetics, his handicap accessible stuff that he needs for his home. Just share it as much as you can. Share it far and wide.
So, speaking of that, sharing it, like I said, if you can't donate, please share it. It's a very easy, clickable thing on GoFundMe. It's right at the top of the page, right under the little top picture, the button share. You can share it to Facebook, Instagram. You can share it on text message to if you copy the link, you can send it to a text message to whoever you want to. So these things are really easy. And speaking of that, I saw something today I thought was really good. Something on one of the Spruce Pond pages talking about, it said, I can't support local businesses right now. And it named all the things that you can do for free to support local business. I thought that was very good, actually. I really did.
You can review, give them a good review. Give them an honest review, but give them a good review. Give them a good review. You can share their stuff out to everywhere.
Take a picture.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a live event. Take pictures. Post those things on social media. It's important.
If you're eating out, post a picture of your food on Instagram like we used to do. That used to be the thing. Like, Instagram was nothing but like food porn. That's all it was.
We did that all the time, didn't we? Me and Laura, we always take pictures of everything we eat, don't we?
Yeah, we just don't post it.
We just don't post them. We should. We got to start doing that.
Filters on there.
Yes.
But it kind of convicted me a little bit because I've been trying to do that more, especially, down at the Moon Dust. I've been trying to share some of the local music and all that stuff. But, there's a lot of things you can do that don't take a whole lot of effort on your part and don't take any money. Zero. None whatsoever. Yep. None whatsoever.
We got our first donation, $50 from Rebecca. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Oh, man. Chase.
Yeah, I feel this coming on quicker than I anticipated.
Yes, I would.
They also accept $5 donations and $1 donations as well. Okay. Nah, give as much as you want. In all seriousness, give as much as you want. So, but interesting week this week, Josh.
It is. It has been a very interesting week. We have had some, I won't say drama, but maybe it took something. We're going to have a special guest on the podcast soon, and I'm not going to give too much away. But there was a little bit of adversarial conversation that happened maybe, and then kind of making up. A little bit of making up.
You can say it that way.
we're gonna have somebody on the show that we can ask some questions, clear the air about all kinds of stuff, and really work together to bring this community together rather than divide it.
Yeah, and I want to make one thing perfectly clear. I want this town to be united. I'm a firm believer that a house divided against itself will never succeed.
No.
It just won't.
No.
Infighting and personal attacks and things like that just simply don't have any place in local discussion, and for that matter, in my view, don't have it in the national discussion either. But it seems that particularly on the internet, that's where it tends to go a lot of the time.
It does. It's almost like
social media breeds negativity.
well, when you're fighting online, there isn't the threat of violence. And if you're face-to-face with somebody and things escalate beyond a certain point, there's always that threat. I mean, even at the best-case scenario, things can still escalate out of control if you're face-to-face with somebody. If you're on the internet, all bets are off almost. I mean, that's usually the way it goes, and that's why things escalate so quickly online.
Right.
And there's no emotion behind, the text
Right.
and everything.
Right.
At least if you're face to face, you can visually like look at someone and kind of get what they're saying. But online, it's just misconstrued a bit.
Yeah.
Well, you read into it whatever you're hearing in your head. It's completely devoid of all context.
Yeah, it is. And people don't. I've realized I realized this really during COVID, quite honestly, when the masks were on, how much like your facial expressions and play into the way people perceive what you're saying. I ran into that a couple times, especially at work.
Yep.
If I had to get a little tough with somebody or whatever, I had a couple times where there was a complete misunderstanding just simply because we had masks on. So, like I said, me and this person, we sort of cleared the air a little bit, and I'm glad to have this person on. I really am. I'm excited about that happening, because I think the one thing you have to say is, no matter where you look right now, when it comes to discussions about this town in particular, and I would say if I had to guess, I would say this is going on in a lot of towns, small towns in America.
Oh yeah,
because I
it's
think
going on everywhere, man.
This reinvention of small town America is happening right before our eyes, and there are a lot of people chiming in on the discussion, and I love it. I love that. I think that's great. But I think the more that we can find ways to work together rather than to fight with each other, the better.
If we get out and actually touch grass and really talk to each other, and I mean this on a national level too, we will find that we have far more in common than we do not. So
Yes.
go and talk to your neighbors. Just walk out and say hello. Strike up a conversation. Actually talk to somebody. Going back to your mask comment, that's interesting. I'll caught myself wearing masks like in the grocery store and stuff, and I've always, like, if I look at somebody, I automatically smile at them. Like, it's just what I do.
Right.
It doesn't matter if I know them or not. If I look at somebody, especially if I make eye contact with them, I smile at them.
Yeah.
I caught myself doing that all the time, and I would think they have no idea.
Right. I know.
They just see a person staring at them.
And you have to think too, like how much does that, like, just simply the fact that you've heard that is like that age old adage, just a smile can change the world or whatever.
That's one thing I learned in my job, because I had to wear it serving people and customers all the time, and that's one thing you got to smile. I had to learn to smile with my eyes so that they know I'm like, hi, I notice you, I acknowledge you.
Yeah.
Well, how much does a lack of smiling? How much did that really contribute to the negativity that we saw that it divulged into?
Well, it certainly didn't help.
No, I don't think it did. I think it probably had a bigger role in it than you would think.
Yeah.
It's really tough that breaks my heart. We have all been through so much together, so much. We need to come together like how we used to, instead of staying divided.
Yep.
I agree. Yep. And then, something else too, I think we can have a constructive conversation, all of us, no matter what side or no matter what your views are. But one thing I think we need to get back to, even on a local level, is, and me and my father were talking about this morning, like, what really is the role of government? It seems like a lot of people want some sort of change in local government in particular. You hear that a lot around here. But what really is the role of government? How much can the government do to promote things like the government? And I said this today on Facebook.
Oh, man.
What?
I think we've already blown past the $200 mark.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa, we have $280. Wow,
That's
thank you,
awesome.
everybody. Wow, Rebecca, thank you. $200. Golly.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. That's awesome.
you.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
I'm
Well, Jennifer,
I am
Michael,
giving Rebecca
thank
a
you.
fist bump from my camera.
wow. To what you were saying there, Chase, I that's a good question, and it really from where I see, the two factions have two very different ideas of the role of government, and it's almost like in the past, Team Red and Team Blue had the same vision as far as like where they wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
They just had different ways of getting there.
Right.
Now, I think it's a little bit different because you have, and you know, my opinion is irrelevant on either one of these, but just objectively, you have one team that sees this as a constitutional republic and one team that sees this as a democracy. Those two philosophies and those two types of governance cannot coexist in the same country. It's got to be one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really where a lot of the crux of the issue comes from. I
But
think.
God, wouldn't it be so refreshing at this point to kind of get back to that argument? It seems like now. And when's the last time you heard a substantive debate about the size, like the scope of government or role of government? It seems like now it's all over. Social issues invaded
Yep.
have invaded politics, even down to the local level in a lot of ways. But I do think it would be. To me, in my view, it would be constructive to have that debate. Like, what is the role of local government? How much can local government fix the perceived problems that we have here? So people want housing. Mm-hmm. In my view, the government can't create housing. The government can't just snap its fingers and create housing. It can't create jobs. It can't create businesses. But what it can do is be a catalyst for that. Or give incentive for that.
Yeah, through incentives and tax
and harbor it.
subsidies.
Yes, exactly. And one thing that I did say to this person, and the only reason I'm not saying this person's name is because I want to say it for the podcast. So I'm not trying to be sneaky or anything like that. But what I said to this person was like, one thing that I've heard bantered a lot about by this group of people is a master development plan. Mm-hmm. And I do think that would be helpful.
Sure.
Planning for things like parking and, business land use and all that stuff. And to my understanding, some of that is already in the works. I'm not 100% because I don't want to speak out of turn that is definitely being done, but I know that I've heard things about a land use plan. I was at the town board meeting last night. Got some good things to report there, actually, too. In particular, on this kind of in this same vein, they did the guy Donnie Staten that runs the water and sewer system. He kind of gave his monthly report and stated in no uncertain terms that in his tenure that the water and sewer system for the town of Spruce Pine is in the best shape that it's been in a long time.
Wow.
So I think what they've done, some smart things. Those pumps that pump sewage and water, I'm sure as well. But I think in particular, he was talking about the sewage pumps. When those go out, that's quite an expense. It's a big expense. And we've had to replace several of those here lately. But what they've done, the old ones that they have taken out, they have refurbished them at like a third of the cost of a new pump. And so they've got them back up, ready to go. So now if we get into a situation where a pump goes out, we've got one sitting there ready to go when we need it.
Wow.
So
we've reached $330 now.
Keep it going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
This is awesome. Thank you so much. Rebecca, thank you for that generous. I misspoke earlier. What the page hadn't updated, it just said $50 had been donated. But now I have the names. But Rebecca, thank you so much. Jennifer, thank you so much. Michael, Thomas, thank you. Aaron, thank you. This is fantastic.
Awesome.
Yep.
I love this.
Yep.
I love this. Doing something good for the community while discussing its issues. And God,
And
You're terrified, aren't you?
yeah, you are. You are. That's all right. Well, we're gonna save it for a little while. We're gonna see how high we can get this fundraiser, and we're also gonna donate $100 as well.
We should have set the bar a little higher. No, think about it. We wanted to have a realistic goal.
We blew past it pretty quickly. That's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you to everybody who's donated.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's tax incentives, grant programs. There's all kinds of
things.
All kinds of things. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Rebecca, you're absolutely right. It's not just platitudes. Like, Appalachian folks can really come together, and they do. Like, when shit hits the fan, they really do come together.
Yeah, they do.
Honestly, everybody does when shit hits the fan. That was one thing about COVID. Like, when it first started, I saw that. Like,
We were all terrified.
We were. All the political bullcrap was gone for a good while. And that was amazing to see. And it was sad that it took that.
I know.
But we saw a real legit problem. And we were like, oh.
Well, there for a while, it was like the second coming of 9/12, the day after 9/11.
Right. It was.
You know what I mean?
Very much so.
Don't you wish we could be like that all the time?
What, stuck inside for like
Oh, God,
10
no.
days at a time? No.
Well, I don't know. All my stuff's here. I'm kind of cool.
Certain ones of us are more prepared to be inside.
Are you talking about going back the day after 9/11? What are you talking about?
Well, what I'm talking about is how the country came together. Were you even born?
No, he wasn't born. No, we were in high school.
Oh, God, yeah. That was 20.
What was that? Together We Stand?
Yeah, something like that.
Divided
we stand.
fall?
Yep.
Is that
Yep.
it? Yeah.
No, the day after 9/11, I've never seen this country more together. That is literally the last time I remember that. Well, you had that some in COVID, like we were talking about. Not to that degree, I don't think.
Oh, no, no.
I think when you had to sit there and you had to watch that on television, and all of us were just in awe, and it was like, oh.
We watched it live, man. We watched it live.
It's crazy. It was crazy.
Why did they show that to a bunch of school kids?
Well, they didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
They see, what happened is
Trying to figure it out.
the first plane crashed into it. Then it was on every news channel imaginable, the towers. And then the second one hit.
And
while it was live.
Live, yeah.
And then nobody had a clue that the tower was going to collapse. And then they collapsed live on television.
And then it hit the Pentagon.
Yeah.
And another one down in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. That was a crazy day, man.
It was.
What a wild day.
Yep.
What a wild day.
Yeah.
But anyway, geez. What else has been going on this week?
Oh, man.
Sibelco.
Yeah, they've been killing us at Sibelco. We've been hitting it hard. We broke records every single day, production records. It's been crazy.
Is it that much demand? Is it just the demand is high? Or they're just working you to death?
Yeah, both.
Oh, so speaking of that, not Sibelco, but one thing that I did hear at the council meeting last night, the Parks and Rec director, and you'll have to forget, I don't remember his name, and please forgive me if you're listening, but he was talking about all the things that have been going on at the parks. You know, they're putting the new bathrooms down at Riverside Park along with the splash pad.
Yeah.
Which the bathrooms I believe are complete now, and the splash pad is poured and ready to get whatever it's going to get.
Awesome.
But he was also talking about they put 2 new playgrounds over at Brad Reagan Park.
Oh.
I drove by there today. Super cool. Super cool. If you've not been over there, go take a look. Also noticed all the buildings have been repainted.
Really?
Yeah. All of the picnic shelters have been repainted with new reservation boards.
Okay.
There appears to be, I don't know if the basketball goals were new this year, but there are newer basketball goals there, which I didn't notice last year.
Getting pretty bad.
Yeah, they were bad. They were bad last time I was down there. And then also that the Courts Corporation, free of charge, had put new lighting on the first 2 tennis courts. Free of charge to the town.
Donated.
Yeah,
That's
donated.
Awesome.
Oh, and also new signage as well.
Holy cow, we're up to 775.
Oh my God, that's so
755,
awesome.
I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
Thank you, everybody.
Chase, you might as well do those little gummy bears at this point.
I know.
Jimmy
and I know
Henshaw,
people-
Barbara Millsaps, BJ Diggins, Anonymous. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. This is
Absolutely.
awesome. This is awesome. Yeah, we're it's gonna be interesting watching you eat this.
I might as well just go get prepared now.
Yeah.
I brought my milk, like I said, and my lemonade.
Did you bring ice cream? I know
No.
Laura was saying ice cream's good for you.
I didn't
I
bring
was gonna
ice
bring
cream.
some from the house because that really does it. It's that creamy and coldness together.
Yeah.
You need to go like stare in the mirror and be like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do it.
I got goat's milk. I thought
Gotta
that was
hype
a little
yourself up.
thicker.
Yeah. Ooh, buttermilk.
Well, see, here's the thing I told him in the car on the way here. I was like, yeah, I have to take care of you later. You're
Right.
doing it, but I got to take care
Yeah,
of you.
yep.
All
Nurse
right,
Laura.
well, should I go ahead and just do this now?
Yeah, do it. Why
All right,
not?
Let me go get this milk and we'll get to
Alrighty. All right, everybody. This is going to happen. We're 35 minutes into this, and...
Me too,
oh,
Rebecca.
man. Rebecca, I don't know if Sibelco is a publicly traded company. I think it is, but don't quote me on that. I don't know. I just work there, man. I just work there. I am a peon that shovels sand when I'm told to. I do just whatever they tell me to do. It could be any random job. Today it was a lot of random stuff.
Well, hopefully the week gets easier.
I'm not looking for tomorrow being easier. Tomorrow's a maintenance day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get prepared here. Trust me.
Do you want me to go get the trash can too?
Yeah.
I would probably do
Okay, yeah, probably did that. Oh. Maybe he won't be incapacitated for the rest of the stream.
He
This-
probably will.
This may fire him up.
What if it's a dud? What if he's fine?
What if it's just a regular gummy bear and this has all been a
And they've
big
just
elaborate
tricked us?
prank? Yeah.
I mean, we still got almost $1,000. I'll take it.
Yeah. We have. See what we're up to now.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'm way more nervous about this than I
I'm
thought I was
so
going to be.
excited.
I'm just going to be honest.
I'm nervous for you, man. I really am. I'm nervous for you.
Say a prayer.
All right. Let's unbox her here. Get ready.
You want me to go get some gloves and tweezers for you to handle it with?
So, no.
Don't touch your face.
I think I'll be
Yeah.
okay. So here's what we're dealing with. Lil Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear. And it has a legit warning on the back.
How many Scoville?
I don't know. I was going to wait and see. It's got a little thing on the inside. Let's see what it says
I
here.
think I've seen a video. I think they said it was like 3 million.
This product is extremely spicy and has the potential to cause skin and or mouth irritation. It's intended for adults. Should be kept out of the reach of children. Consume at your own risk is what that says.
I thought it said the Scoville on the back. I was reading it earlier.
Let's see.
Thought it said 9 million.
Oh my God! Yeah.
It's
9
bad.
million.
Oh
From
my lord.
Flamethrower Candy Company comes the next experience for those who seek the heat. Little Nitro has been infused with our signature 9 million Scoville unit chili extract, making him 900 times hotter than the average jalapeno pepper.
I think you're about to explode. I'm gonna be honest.
Wow.
Oh my God. Little Nitro challenge. Yeah, we might have to put this on the website.
Yeah, we absolutely will. And yes, I will drop the merch link. We do have merch. I wasn't going to talk about it a whole lot in this because we're raising money for Keith, but yes, we do have merch. It is shophollercast.com.
Rebecca, I do not have health insurance, so that might be a problem. So I might be putting up my own GoFundMe next week.
Well, lucky for you, I don't know if this says anything. I'm CPR certified, so
Okay.
I can help you out.
Oh,
my
God.
God.
I'll resuscitate you.
All right, here it is. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to eat it off this.
You going to
Think
chew it
that's-
up real good?
Yeah. Oh, my
Your hand
God.
is actually jittering. I can see that.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my God. Here, hold on. Let me open this stuff. Get prepared. How much? So,
Jimmy says don't do this.
all right. So how long do I have to go without drinking anything?
I said like 3 to 5 minutes. That was my suggestion.
Man,
5 minutes is an eternity.
I say
10
just
minutes
as
is
long
long.
as
5
you
you
can
can do.
stand it, as long as you can tolerate it. I'm not going to sit here and make you be in
No.
pain.
Yeah, so try to do at least like 2 or 3 minutes.
As long as you can bear it.
Literally bear.
Yeah.
Bear it.
As long as you can gummy bear it.
Mom, I love you. It's been a pleasure. Been a pleasure getting to know all you guys. All right. Here we go. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, 1 minute's plenty. You got this, dude. You got this. I am medically trained too, by the way. You're good.
Oh, God.
Like,
Is it
You need
already
to make
hot?
it a little softer.
oh, it's real chewy.
Dense.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Is it kicking in?
What notes are you're tasting? What's the flavor notes that are hitting? Fire,
Damn hot. That's what's...
hell, brimstone.
Oh, my God.
What is brimstone? Whatever that's made out of.
Brimstone is used in like furnaces and
Good night. I
signs.
got to breathe out of my... I can't breathe through my nose.
Woo.
Oh, my God. How long we in? You timing this?
Nah, man. Just go as long as you can. If you can't take it, go for it.
Oh, my God. It's peaking. It's going up.
Yep. Flavor notes of Satan's front porch.
Yeah, it tastes like a damn... Like you licked the fire.
Whew.
I can see why people throw up. It makes me want to...
Oh,
Yep.
God. You're going to start hiccuping.
Yeah. I kind of expected that. How long we been?
Long enough, man. Do it.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Keith, I love you, buddy. Oh, you guys can laugh. Fine.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Oh. Oh.
Jimmy says we're getting ready to see what a HollerCast sounds like.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we're at 8:35.
Oh,
Wow.
please donate some more.
Yes, he's crying.
It's
Donate
gotta
some more.
at least be worth $1,000.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
We're almost to
Wow.
$1,000.
Oh, man, boy, that's hot.
I hope you didn't
Can
eat.
you-
I hope you didn't eat a lot of dinner before this.
Go ahead and do it, man. Drink that milk. You got
Oh, my God.
Can you feel it like going down? Your esophagus.
it. Yep.
Holy crap, man.
Did that help? No.
Yikes. Boy, that's hot.
You're taking it well, though, man. You're taking it like a champ.
Probably gonna feel this for like a good 30 to 45 minutes. You were handling it like a boss.
Everybody, let's give it up for Chase for doing this.
Go.
Yeah, babe.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's give it up for Chase because I absolutely am far too chicken to do this.
I could never.
I would have paid so much money to see you do that.
No, I will not. Chase is a boss, though.
Taking one for the HollerCast.
His eyes are so red
I know.
and watering.
I know.
It's dripping down his neck. Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Oh, as soon as I take it out, it burns.
Do you want to try the lemonade?
Would you like a cool towel?
Oh.
Cool wet towel. Know what? Run and get some paper towels and run them under some like cool water, and then bring them in here for him.
Yes, sir. Oh, my God.
We'll take care of him.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, let's see where we're at now.
Oh, my God, dude.
8:35.
If you don't donate $1,000, I'm going to kill somebody. I'm going to straight up kill you.
We're wild at HollerCast over here. We are wild. Chase is wild.
Oh, like it's not even manageable, dude.
Is it mellowing out at all?
Not really. It's pretty bad. It feels like. Feels like. You guys can laugh at me. Honestly, God, you guys just keep looking at me.
I'm just so worried about you.
I'm just taking it all in, just like.
This is a face of a broken man.
I don't like. We've known each other for so long. I don't think I've ever seen him in this much pain.
Yeah.
Oh God. Maybe.
Chase be looking like social media spruce
God.
pine haters when you run into him at Walmart. It says,
Hey, Chase.
Jimmy.
Just look here.
He can't stop drinking goat's milk long enough to smile for a picture. It's too much. It's too much.
No smile, just anger.
Yeah. No smile, just anger.
All of the rage he's had built up for the past like 20 years is now finally coming to a front.
Oh my God, dude. Shoo, that is hardcore, man.
Yeah.
God.
Oh.
As the kids would say, that's metal.
As the kids would say.
That's metal.
All right. So anyway, back to local politics.
You look like a person after they're done talking about local politics.
Oh my God, dude. We gotta clip that out.
Yeah, we will. We will. We're gonna clip a lot of this out. We're gonna make shorts out of this. This is some gold content right here. Content gold.
But this is a short. Money.
Oh. I can know that the hot towel, the cold towel was not very cold.
Limeade, orange juice, tomato based item. Dairy.
All right. Yikes.
So sorry.
Ugh. I'm shameless right now, baby.
Well, yeah, this is definitely metal.
No.
How you feeling?
If I could get it to come off my tongue.
Yeah.
Whew.
Get you some water.
Oh, my ears are stopped now.
Oh God.
On a scale of 1 to dear God, what's the pain scale?
Son, that's hotter than the devil's wiener, son.
Shameless.
Yes, absolutely. Oh.
Honest to God, if we don't get $1,000, I swear to God, I'm going to kill somebody in the chat. I'm going to pick one at random.
I think everybody in the chat's donated.
Oh, thank you guys. My ears are literally stopped up.
You sound stopped up.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Can you breathe through your nose okay?
Your body is producing so much mucus right now. It's just like mucus overload trying to deal with that. Really is.
Man.
So you know what I've always wanted to see? You know that show Hot Ones with Sean Evans?
Yeah.
Like, where they do these challenges?
Well,
I want to see what comes after. I've always,
Right.
like, I know it's going to be terrible, but I feel like that would be funny. Like, don't stop. Well,
Yeah,
you're
no,
in
keep it
pain.
going.
Keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going.
That'd be hilarious.
Well, that's what we're doing here.
And I'll get, we'll
yeah,
get to
you
see
get
it,
to
like,
see it.
in like live time.
Real time.
I think he's hallucinating at this point.
It's almost like a euphoric
I'm
feeling.
battling, dude. I'm still battling.
Got it, man. You got this. Rebecca says it's so hot you went deaf.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's for real. That is no shit right there.
It just, I don't know which one to work.
I'm just doing a mixture. I'm about to go throw up milk after this.
Oh, God.
I'm like down to here.
Bad. I feel so bad.
Oh, I don't have any milk. I don't have any milk, man.
Do you have any ice cream?
No.
God, I should have brought that ice cream.
We never
don't.
have any milk. We
Nah,
have
I'm
like
good. I think
7
I'm getting
billion
there.
Oreo packages and no
I know.
milk to go with it.
I know. We have Oreos. That won't help.
Oh.
You're wild.
Yep, you are.
Oh, dude, that is rough, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
Just a little.
You've handled it like you've took it like a boss though, man.
Oh,
You have.
Agreed.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do
I
it.
could never.
I feel like whenever Chase gets home, he's gonna like punch a hole in his wall.
Michael Bartlett, he missed it. So he ate the Little Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear.
this is it right here.
9 million Scoville. We're raising money for Keith Stewart. We have a GoFundMe in the chat. I'm going to paste it again just to see if we can get even closer to the $1,000. We were at $835. Keith is in need of our help.
We can run the ad again if we want to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll run the ad right now. No one go
number
ahead.
one?
Yep. Ad number 1.
Ooh.
HollerCast is proud to partner on our first community fundraising effort. Give Keith a good leg to stand on. Keith Stewart is a member of the community who has had several life-changing medical diagnoses arise this past year. He was diagnosed with stage 3 laryngeal cancer and has had to have his voice box removed as part of the treatment. Also, due to complications with neuropathy, he has wounds that cannot heal and needed a below-the-knee leg amputation. Throughout all this, he stays strong and proud, missing his life of being able to speak and walk. Keith is a kind-hearted soul and has always been a helping hand to others, and now he is in need of a helping hand himself. His savings has been depleted due to the overwhelming cost of the surgeries and medical bills. The funds raised will be used to pay for a prosthetic leg, an electric wheelchair, making his home handicap accessible, as well as a permanent voice box implant. Please visit the link in the description below to donate and help give Keith a good leg to stand on. And we're back. Sorry, I'm just pasting the link for the GoFundMe in the chat. We are at $865 now, which is awesome. We have raised almost $1,000 tonight. We're
awesome.
donating
Oh my
money
God.
to.
Go.
Yes, thank
Go.
you everyone who has
Thank you.
donated. Thank you to Chase for enduring this pain that he has inflicted on himself for a good.
I think we're getting there.
We are. Yeah, I can
We're
tell.
getting there.
Yeah, you've quit crying. That's a good start. And I know, like, it's completely involuntary at this point. Like,
Boy, it's like a roller coaster, man. It's like that pinnacle is. Boy, that was bad.
You're just going through the embers right now, huh?
yeah,
It's about peaked at about a minute and a half into that, or something like that.
The pinnacle is Castle Bravo. Now it's the fallout.
Exactly. Oh man. So yeah, you can go back and watch me suffer on this. Yeah, thank God I don't have to murder nobody.
yes,
yet.
Chase does not have to murder anyone. This is awesome, though. Not for Chase, but this is awesome.
No,
that
I'm
we've,
glad to do it for a good cause.
yeah, it is. It is a
Glad to do
really good cause.
I have an idea for the audience. Whenever we do another fundraiser anytime, leave suggestions what we should actually do in the comments for the fundraiser.
Yeah, should
Be
we?
good.
Should me and Chase both eat something hot?
And then I'll just ask y'all questions.
yeah. Noah's gonna ask us interview questions.
Oh man. Boy, that's tough.
Well, how was it? 1 to 10.
That was by far the hottest thing I've ever
Would
eaten.
you recommend that?
There's your answer.
No.
Oh, so you wouldn't recommend that?
Oh my goodness. No, I wouldn't recommend that to anybody that does not like hot stuff. And I like hot food. Trust me, I'm a hot guy.
Well, we
A hot
were
food guy,
off air. I was asking him. Is this hotter than Hef's like XXX Scorpion?
Yeah, it's about, imagine that times 100. That's about the way that is.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty hot, man. Ooh.
Well, I think you've done good, man. You really have. You You took that way better than I would have. Like,
well, thank God.
Yeah, I would have probably just cried.
I would have definitely thrown up.
Oh, I can see why people would throw up.
I would have thrown up
because I started you go like involuntarily hiccup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's like your body's like no.
Just totally rejecting it.
Yeah,
completely
I
rejecting
feel like
it.
if I was to do that, I think I would just spontaneously combust into about 1 billion pieces. There would not be much of me left.
Man, good on you for doing this for Keith Stewart. Keith, are you watching? Are you here in the chat? I think you were earlier.
I love you, Keith.
Yeah, we love you, Keith.
Man.
Oh.
I hope that this helps, and I hope that we can reach the goal.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal is $50,000.
Yeah, $50,000.
So we're just kicking this thing off. So this is going to go for a long while. And then Aaron, I know you're still down there. When is our remind me when is our is the actual fundraiser date, the dinner and whatnot?
Yes, yeah, we need to plug that too. There is a dinner fundraiser for Keith.
I think it's on Facebook.
Yeah.
I can look it up if I need to, but if he answers,
I'll look it up. You're in enough pain to not need to concentrate on that.
God, that's a lot of goat's milk.
I feel like if you're any closer, you would have just went up to a goat and just started grabbing it.
It's milking it.
See, here's what I'm saying. The after show.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
The after.
Well,
you feel like it's adrenaline. Like I feel like I'm like,
you will not sleep a wink tonight. You're going to be like wound up.
Oh, my
not
goodness.
sleep a wink tonight.
I do feel like I'm going to have to throw this milk up, though, because this is...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
That's a lot of milk. June 17th at the hangar.
Yep.
Mr. Aaron Farragos. Aaron, you can post like all the details down there, time and all that good stuff, and get some people out. And so Aaron and
Starts
Laura
at 4.
at 4.
Yep.
4 p.m. And how much are we looking at, Aaron, for a plate or whatnot?
If I'm off work, I will be there.
Yep. Oh.
I am requesting off tomorrow.
Yep. Want to try that? Patricia.
Patty.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. I'm not going to be the one signing up for that.
That's my mom.
Oh, my gosh.
You want to do it?
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Noah, you want to?
Yeah, no, I think you can do it.
Are you talking about me eating that thing?
Yeah.
You want me to die?
Or all 4 of us can do it on here.
Do you want my dad to be sonless instead of me being fatherless?
Okay, if they reach the $50,000 goal, then all 4 of us got to do it.
Okay.
I agree to that.
Sure.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
You
All
think
right.
you can handle it?
I'll do my best.
Can you do that with your...
We'll see.
Okay. All right.
There's only one way to find out.
I don't think I'll eat for like 2 weeks.
Either
after
that or you can just free handle that cobra and see what
Yeah.
happens.
I mean, yeah, I could do that. No, I'm not going to free handle the
No,
cobra.
don't do that.
Everybody, I'm not going to free handle him. It is $30 per plate.
Nice.
$30 per plate. Yeah, no, I will not be free handling the cobra anytime soon. He busted his nose again today.
Did he?
Yeah, on the glass. I've got to figure out something to stop that. He keeps trying to kill me, so there's glass in the way, and he just hits his nose on the glass and busts it.
Poor little guy.
I
He'll
know.
calm down.
He's so sweet.
Oh, he is so sweet.
Sure.
Demon, that sweet demon child.
He's so sweet with his
It's
red,
like a toddler that won't quit trying to bite you.
his red satanic eyes.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome back.
Sorry, this may not be the most substantive podcast we've done.
It started to be, and then that derailed it, but that's okay.
Yeah, we're just getting money and
This is entertainment.
No, we shouldn't.
Entertainment.
yeah.
Everything.
Oh my God, I'm glad that's over.
Not over
I'm just
yet.
gonna be honest with you. I'm glad that's over.
It's not over yet, dude. It's still got to go through the
No,
rest
it's
of your
just
body.
starting.
What is that gonna feel like tomorrow?
I don't
to
know.
find out.
You'll have to keep us posted.
Maybe it'll just dissolve.
We're gonna live stream that.
I tell you what I'll do. I'll film it. When I feel it coming, I'll just film myself.
God, I'm dying.
You're kids are going to be like, what is going on? Is he okay?
I told Ryder and Dakota to tune in tonight, so hopefully they did.
Just hear you later.
I
in
can
the bathroom.
And you can always, everybody can always go back and watch it if you missed it.
Yes, you can. You can go back and watch it.
You guys were just like,
yeah, I know.
just looking at me like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you can at least laugh.
No, I was just waiting to make sure you didn't arrest on us or something.
Oh man.
Yeah. 911 on speed
It is still
dial.
back there a little bit. It's like on the
yeah.
very back of my tongue, man.
Can you feel it burning through you?
Yes. Yeah, you can feel it going down.
Oh God. It's just gonna be in your stomach, just getting
Well, the good news is
broken down.
acidic stuff stops the burn, and your stomach secretes sulfuric acid. It's got a pH of 2, 2.5. So
Seriously?
yeah, seriously.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank God.
Hey, everybody thinks that there's
And a boy.
I guess there's this common misconception that there's liquid stomach acid in your stomach all the time.
Right.
That's not the case at all. It does not secure your stomach lining and your walls of your stomach secrete the stomach acid, and it only does that when food touches your duodenum.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're so smart, Josh.
I just know stuff about weird certain things.
You have a
I'm
biochemistry degree, though,
a
don't you?
weirdo. Weirdo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does being a weirdo lead to a biochemistry degree? If
Sometimes.
so, I'm going places.
Yeah, sometimes.
Because I'm
It does.
I'm weirder than you.
We're our own brand of weird.
Out of curiosity, I don't know if I've ever asked you, what made you get into that?
Well, I was going to go into medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing medical biochem, and I thought about doing chemistry because I'd worked in a chem lab before, but I don't know. Really, it was the pre-med. I wanted to go into medicine, so I thought biochem would be the best way to do that. And I was going to graduate with a dual degree, so it would have been an MD, PhD, so I'd have been teaching too. So the biochem degree would have helped with that. I would have been teaching at the College of Medicine.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
But, shit happens.
There you go.
I was the thing that happened.
Well, no, there was a lot of things that happened, but
I was the
it's
main
okay.
thing that happened.
I have a great life now, and I wouldn't have it any other way. My life is fantastic.
Amen.
Really is. Chase is...
I hope you got some good pictures of that.
Oh,
Speaking of
I
your
got
degree, photography, I
lot.
hope you got
Yeah.
great pictures of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got my angle, but I've been over here snapping hundreds of photos.
Oh my God, I can feel it in my stomach.
I got
now.
a lot of good zoomed in ones.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Man, we may be headed for round 2 here. I'm going to be utilizing this trash can here in a minute.
Uh-oh. If you need to just take a break and go stand outside for a minute and see what happens, man, you go for it.
I advise you to do so. I have a phobia of vomit.
Get that milk out.
Oh.
I know you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Boy, man, it makes you contemplate life. You know what I mean?
It really does. What
Baby,
led
we're
me?
buying a jet ski and a motorcycle next month.
What brought me to this
After
point?
this, yeah.
Sounds good, babe.
Yeah.
Go on some trips and go
Yeah,
on
we
some
got to
places.
travel more.
Yep.
Start living our life to the fullest.
Yeah, exactly.
What led us to this point?
I feel like this gummy bear has cut his life off by about 2 years.
It is funny though. They say capsaicin releases endorphins or whatever.
Yeah,
Isn't that,
yeah, it
Well,
does.
it makes it because I was actually just watching a YouTube video today on eating spicy ramen noodles,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it to a point when it gets so hot, it starts releasing this. It's like a euphoric feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling right now. Until
You're gonna get addicted to this.
I had a little piece break. I think I had a little piece in my teeth
Oh
that
man.
came loose a second ago, and it was like, here's a
Oh.
Are you
smidge
serious?
of fire. Yeah, no, not my actual tooth. It was a piece of the gummy bear
Right,
in my
right.
tooth back there.
Oh God.
See,
That
that's
thing is not the softest gummy. That is not a soft chew gummy bear.
That's something I hadn't considered. See, I've got permanent retainers on the top and bottom behind my
I have some on the bottom,
Yeah.
and food gets stuck in there.
all the time.
Often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to be super diligent about cleaning them. That might present an interesting challenge. Like the next day I'm at work. "Ah!" What is wrong with him?
Hopefully it dissolves all the way. Jeez. Louise.
Wake up in the middle of the night, your mouth's just you're blowing fire. Dragging.
Well, goodness gracious. I'm glad we did that. You want to run the ads, and I might just
Yes.
cool off for just a
Yeah,
second,
we're gonna
and then
run
We'll come back and actually do
Ads
a
2
podcast.
and 3. We'll be back in just a second.
This episode of HollerCast is brought to you by Big Al's Pack and Ship. Located off Roan Road in downtown Spruce Pine, right next to Webb Funeral Home, Big Al's is your full-service shipping solution, shipping out UPS, FedEx, as well as DHL. In addition to shipping services, Big Al also offers copy and fax support, notary public services, and is Spruce Pine's go-to source for U-Haul truck and trailer rental. If you're looking to ship out a package, mention promo code HollerCast at checkout to receive 5% off. Again, that's promo code HollerCast to receive 5% off shipping services. Big Al's Pack and Ship. Make ship happen. This episode of HollerCast is sponsored by Moondust Lounge, Spruce Pine's only dedicated bar room and live music venue. Located at 116 Oak Avenue downtown, Moondust Lounge offers a variety of fun activities for all ages, including weekly karaoke, dance parties, and live music of all genres. Find Moondust Lounge on Instagram or Facebook for a full listing of the week's activities, and mention promo code HollerCast at the bar for 50% off your first beverage. Again, that's promo code HollerCast at the bar for 50% off your first beverage. Moondust Lounge. Get dusted.
We're back.
Wow. We are. Hello, everybody. We are back. So we are now at 1,000. We have hit the $1,000 mark. Wow. Good for y'all. Thank you, everyone who has donated. This is fantastic. I am absolutely blown away. Chase has stepped outside to relieve himself of the milk that he has drank, and he will be back in just a few minutes.
And I wanted to run an idea by the audience. Now that we've reached this $1,000 goal and we're getting larger and larger, I was thinking about starting and running a community Discord where all of you guys from anywhere really locally can come and hang out with everybody. I think that'd be a cool idea.
What is Discord? Because I have no clue.
Discord is a kind of chatting app. It's like a community chatting app thing.
Okay. That's all right. I like that. I don't know what it's about.
It would take me like 15 minutes to set it up.
Okay. Cool. Oh no, we've killed him. No, we've not killed him. He's okay. He is just relieving himself of all the goat's milk.
He's just full of milk.
Full of goat's milk. Yeah. He's drank a good, what is that? A pint, a quart. What is it in that carton over there?
1 quart.
1 quart.
And I will say, next episode, I will have a permanent invite link already up and running. I will send that to you, and you can just put that in the description, in the comments, wherever. People can join whenever, anytime.
So we'll have a Discord server, Discord group.
To be fair, he did get a good one. It is easier to digest.
And it contains potassium.
Yeah.
More potassium than cow's milk.
And, just as an added bonus, I will set up bots that will announce whenever we are live and or doing episodes when episodes come out.
Okay. Cool. Will it also announce when new goat milk products are available?
Probably.
Okay, good.
I might just make it do
that. Oh, I'm glad you got good pictures, because we're going to put some of those pictures of his face on our shirts, and our merch is going to...
There's a good one I got where his eyes are just back, just pouring. I can't wait. I can't wait to really go through it.
Everybody, thank you so much for donating. This is absolutely amazing that we've raised this much money for Keith. I'm absolutely tickled to death. We are now at 1,025, and we have an thank you again, Rebecca, another donation. Gosh, thank you so much. Y'all are incredible. Absolutely incredible. And once we finish the stream, we're going to donate money too. I'm really, really, really pleased with how this turned out. I really am. Everybody, thank you so much for watching this. This has been great. And Chase will be back in a moment. Don't worry.
This has been the greatest hour of my life.
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome.
It's been a fun one.
It has.
I love how interactive it gets.
I know. I love the live streams.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. I like the live streams a lot more than I do just the recorded podcasts. They're more fun for me because of that fact. You've got that interactive factor with the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that.
Y'all have to think of some more cool things to do, like I mean, obviously, we won't torture him every week.
Yeah, and they're not all going to involve pain. But I'm almost done compiling the list. Has Chase told you about the website I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've almost done compiling at least what I can come up with for the list. So I'm going to run it by maybe this weekend or something. We can all get together. I need some help with this though, because there's a lot in Spruce Pine. I didn't realize how much there was until I started compiling a list of everything that there was in Spruce Pine.
Yes.
So I need other eyes on it to make sure I'm not missing anything. And I will do so when I do launch the website for the viewers out there. If there is something on there I missed, please email me. Let me know. You can hit me up on Facebook, on my personal Facebook, or on the HollerCast Facebook, or you can email me at hollercastirl@gmail.com. Let me know if I've missed any of the businesses once you see the website. But it's sprucepinehub.com. I'm excited to launch that. I'm so excited.
Again, this is something like I know that we kind of wish we had when we were growing up.
Right?
You know?
Yeah. It took me until like my senior year to realize I could go hang out at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
No idea. Like, no clue that I could go just sit on the couch at DT's and eat their chocolate covered coffee beans.
Oh man,
they're so good.
DT's.
I love DT's.
I love it.
Yep. Trish's Bounty's my favorite.
Bounty.
Yes, it's so good. It is. That's my favorite sandwich. And their potato salad's amazing.
Any of their sides. I'm usually pretty picky about that, but man, every side.
Yep. I always do the Trish's Bounty.
I don't remember the last time I was in DT's.
No, you're always in school. Well, I'm sure we'll eat there this summer. I've eaten there like 3 times in the past month.
I can't wait to be in the summer. Ugh.
When is school over for the year?
I think it is the second Tuesday from today.
Oh, wow.
When I'm done completely. Because I have 3 teacher mates and 1 EOC.
Yes, Rebecca, it will be a full-time job keeping it updated, and I will try my best to do so. It's going to be a lot of work, but I think it'll be worth it because it's something this town needs, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
No, we're bringing that back.
I've missed that.
We need to get AI to draw us a rendering of the lunch man.
I was just thinking about that.
Yep, we need to get that done.
And it's a great way to stay in shape.
It is.
Right
right underneath it. I have to make sure that Family Guy doesn't have that trademarked before we do that. But if they don't, that's going to be on a t-shirt. Right now, our merch is just limited to our logo, but we have all kinds of merch. We have metal tumblers. We have tumblers. We have coffee mugs. We have hoodies. We have t-shirts, unisex and women's. We have gym shorts, actually. We have HollerCast gym shorts. We have all kinds of stuff on shophollercast.com. Go check it out and buy some merch. But do that after you donate. Donate first. If you can't afford to do both, just donate. That's what we're doing tonight. The merch is secondary. The merch does go to support the channel. It keeps the lights on here. It helps get new equipment and keep everything running. But no, the big thing tonight is supporting Keith.
Right.
Yep. We got to support
we love Keith.
Yeah, Keith is awesome. I met Keith when I worked at Sears, and he was working for Crown Rentals. I met him then, and I loved his car horn. In his truck. It was the Dukes of Hazzard. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
Yep. It was pretty great. Yep.
You wouldn't happen to have the HollerCast logo saved on your phone, would you?
I do.
Can you send that to me, please?
I can. I'll send it to you after the show.
Okay. I was going to use it for the main image on the Discord.
Well.
Which I'm in the process of doing now.
Well, let's produce the podcast first, and then
I'm doing both.
Oh, you're doing both? Okay. Oh.
Yeah, that truck is epic.
Oh, I know.
Can't miss it.
Keith, are you still in the chat? Are you still here? If you are, we hope this helps, man. And we are so glad to be a part of this. And try to help what we can. Without coming together and helping our communities, I mean, what good are we, really? What good are we? I'm tickled to death that we did hit the $1,000. We blew the water out of the $200 goal. Thanks to Rebecca. She's the very first one hit $200.
The MVP of tonight.
Thank you, everyone who has donated. Really?
Also, BJ, too.
Yes, BJ 250. Wow.
That's incredible.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And I know that Keith appreciates it from the bottom of his heart. I know he does. This is amazing. It really is. We've got to come together for our community. Is he okay?
I can hear him.
Yeah, I can too. I think he's just burping now.
Yeah. I think he's alive.
He is. He's alive.
Maybe need to do a wellness check. Oh.
There he is. How you feeling now?
Got some puke in your front yard, buddy.
That's all right. That's all right. What's gonna be funny is that puke's full of that gummy bear.
Oh, I know.
And
Trust me, I can tell you it was like reliving it.
there's a couple of neighborhood dogs that are getting ready to experience that.
Well, they'll learn their lesson.
There was a car
Yes,
drove
they
by
will.
while I was puking.
Well, it's all right.
Probably should have went in the backyard. That's all right. Oh, man.
And you're back. We're back.
Welcome back, Jason.
How you feeling, man?
Feeling great. Feeling good. Ready to not do that again.
We hit $1,000.
Over
Sweet.
1,000.
Over 1,000.
Nice.
1,025.
Awesome.
Yep.
Good deal. Good deal. That's awesome, guys. Thank you.
So it was worth it. You don't have to kill anybody.
That's good. I wasn't looking forward to that murder charge.
Probably shouldn't drink any more milk.
Nope. I'm going to stay away from that. That's what got me. I shouldn't have drank. I should have just spit it out is what I should have done.
Right.
'Cause all you're doing is trying to cool your
Yeah.
Yeah.
mouth off, Should have thought. Should have put some
I
thought
would at
into
least done like the first gulp down, then after that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
coat it.
Yep.
Pepto.
Yeah.
Pepto.
Yep.
Boy, I can feel it down there. My stomach is not going to be happy with me tomorrow.
Yeah. Or tonight. You probably should. Do you have Pepto at home?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
got a big Pepto.
Good. Good. You may want another one.
Feeling alive.
Yeah.
Feel like I could run a mile right now.
It's like skydiving of foods.
Just pop one of these next time you go on a run.
Yeah.
Sincerely,
great.
though, my whole body's like, yeah, I don't know if it's just the fact that it's over or that it's,
Man, it's them endorphins.
it is. It's those endorphins for sure. Oh, my goodness.
So everybody, they're doing a fundraiser dinner June 17th at the Hangar. It starts at 4 p.m. It's $30 a plate. That is also going to help Keith show up. I'm sure there's going to be live music there. I'm sure there will be some
for
form of
sure.
entertainment
I thought
and food.
is Pierce Danger?
That's
doing
what I
it?
thought. I thought Pierce Danger was doing, but I didn't want to.
Oh yeah, and shout out Danny Kaye, the piano man's got a concert going on Friday at Moondust.
Yep.
Lounge.
Everybody show up to that.
Yes, yeah. If you haven't been,
Are
you
we
gotta
showing
come.
up to that?
You gotta come.
Eventually, yeah. Yep.
We better be.
So, and then his movie came out today.
Today.
I think it premiered on YouTube today. I believe I got the message.
Awesome.
Duelers, I believe it's called, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Duelers. Yep.
Duelers. Yeah. Go check that out. Look up Duelers on YouTube, and yeah, go support Danny. Man,
Yeah,
that was a
man.
cool podcast.
That was
We had
awesome.
fun.
Yeah, we did.
We had super fun doing that. That was awesome.
Pierce Danger is playing. Yes. Okay.
Nice.
Pierce Danger Band is playing at the Hangar for the
Sweet.
Keith Stewart fundraiser dinner.
Yeah, Aaron's got a cool spot up there.
He does. Yeah.
It's always fun.
I've
It
never
is.
been.
It's always fun. And every time I've been. Oh. Sorry, man.
Oh, you're good, dude. You're
I'm
good.
really trying to get it together here.
You're fine, man.
Oh, Chase, I don't know if you missed it, but I am starting a HollerCast community Discord.
Oh, nice. Good deal.
I'm in the process of working on that right now.
Sweet.
Actually.
Yeah, Danny invited all of us to his Discord, so that's super cool.
I don't know what a Discord is. I had to have Noah explain it to me. I'm an old man. You know
Yeah.
this guy.
You have the Discord app on your phone. I've seen it.
Yeah, I used it for the AI art.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that an AI bot on Discord? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, that's what I was using it for. I have no idea what. Yeah, I just followed instructions how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone had to tell me.
I don't think it's crazy. I was playing around with ChatGPT the other night. If you guys haven't done that, you need to go do it.
It's wild.
It is pretty wild. I tell you what was really cool, though. I started asking, I'd heard that if you ask it questions like, especially if it's like theories or things like that, you can ask it to give you probability. Like, what's the is the probability that this information is accurate or whatever, and it will give you a probability.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Or like a rating, or this seems to be about 40% accurate or whatever. It's so crazy, man. I don't know. I think I've come around on it. I don't think the thing is sentient.
I don't think it is now.
I don't know that it could be.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm still not convinced that it can't be.
I think it's about keeping it under control. Maybe,
Yeah.
Too.
I don't know.
It's scary.
It is.
It's kind of scary, but the more I've looked into it, the more I've come around to the fact that I don't know if it's as much scary as we think it is, because it's really just regurgitating stuff that it hears. It's a language model, so it's picked up basically everything that's been written on the internet and compiles it together and spits out an answer on the other side.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much you can. I don't know. I would imagine if the next iteration of that goes a little farther, then you could definitely assign sentience to it or assign consciousness to it, but I don't know that it would have consciousness. You know what I mean? What is consciousness?
Exactly, that's the thing. I don't know that you would assign consciousness to it, because we didn't have consciousness assigned to us. We were born and we have consciousness.
Do we know the here's a random medical question. This dawned on my head. Do we know, like, is it like proven at what age babies actually just boom, I know myself now?
I think I'm self-aware.
Starting from the beginning.
Yeah.
Or at least the way I remember it.
Yeah, they're
babies like discover their hands at some point. Like, they know they're there.
Yeah, they recognize themselves.
Starting with the fact that they know they're no longer in the womb.
It's kind of like that movie Chappie. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they talk about consciousness, and
Gosh, I haven't
there was like a
thought
little
about that
program
movie
for
in
it.
forever.
It was good.
Wow.
That's insane. I was listening to that Lex Friedman podcast about, they had the CEO from Boston Dynamics on there. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that's a good one. What an intelligent guy. But he was talking about, once, what they're really working on now with these legged robots, and like how complicated the physics of motion, like legged motion is. They got it right first with with the dog, the Spot robot or whatnot, the 4-legged dog. And that was a lot easier. But, their latest video, they had the 2-legged robot. I think it's called, what's it called? Alpha or something like that.
I don't know.
I can't remember. But anyway, this is the 2-legged robot that you see all the time on the internet, like running around and doing things on that obstacle course or whatnot. Their latest video, it picks up, they got a guy on a set of scaffolding, like simulating like a construction site almost, kind of. And it goes up and it picks up this bag of tools, and it has to like make a calculation, because picking up that thing changes its center of gravity.
Right.
And so it has to make a calculation on where its center of gravity is. It does it like that, turns around, walks up the scaffolding, and takes the bag of tools and throws it up to the guy on the top of the scaffolding.
Okay, so to expound on, so we do that autonomically.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild to think about.
And that's exactly where I was going with it.
Yeah.
Like, to think that built into us, is the ability to automatically recalculate our center of gravity based on what we're holding.
Without even having to think about
And
it.
how difficult, of a physics problem that is to put into a legged robot. And that blew my mind. You never think that it was that in depth. It's like, oh, just make a machine that does this. But and even movement itself changes your center of gravity. That's the other thing he was explaining, that just the simple act of taking a step, Like you have to, and that's not just as easy as putting in a balancing weight, basically.
Right.
That it has to be a completely like 360, basically a spherical weight. Because think about it, if you're carrying, your physics of motion is different if you're carrying something low than it is if you're carrying something high, than it is if you're carrying something over your head. Like they said that one of the things they started to do, I think I've heard him say this before, one of the guys from Boston Dynamics, that how much easier it would be if the robot could take it and put it over its head. But you think about that, you're centering your weight of gravity over where you're at. But just like how difficult it is to take that and do this, and how crazy it is to try to program that into a robot. I thought all that stuff blows my mind. But it won't be too long to where we'll see those types of things. Yeah. That's what they're developing that stuff for, is to be able to work in warehouses and things like that, and more so for things that they're building in
automation.
Yeah. They're building in things like thermal detection cameras and things like that to take measurements of machinery and stuff like that the robot would do. And the other thing, I could go on forever about this. The other thing he was talking about is like, if you put that into a factory setting, it's like the first thing I thought about when he was talking about was when you're like in a restaurant setting, when you got behind, or sharps behind, that it has to be able to make those calculations. Like if it's carrying something around, it has to be able to be safely to roam around. It's like if you've not looked into that, you have to go look at it, because that Boston Dynamics is a crazy company.
I watched that podcast this weekend. Yeah. That brings up, okay, so automation, that's going to do away with a lot of jobs, which brings up the UBI. Universal basic income debate again. Mm-hmm. Like how do you solve for that?
I don't know. Like I think we almost and they touched on that a little bit in that podcast. But just like you kind of have to wait and see, because there are some aspects, like people still have to run, like these robots they're not going to make. I mean, unless they're programmed to do the same thing. They were saying that in their office they have about, I think he said about 120 robots that they simply have just performing mundane tasks, just to see if they can do them at scale in a long period of time. So he said they've had robots for 4 or 5 years that literally do the same thing every day. They'll get up, go do whatever they're programmed to do, go around, interact with the environment, walk around the people that are walking around it, and then go back to their dock. And they simply just do that.
Wow.
Just so they can perform that experiment that something can do it for long periods of time. But he said, it takes somebody has to program in what that thing's supposed to do, especially if it's a dynamic environment, meaning that the task would change or that there's different things. He said all the things that they've got them doing now are pretty much they do the same thing all the time. Right. So they just let them roll. So, I mean, I don't know. I think we just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
And how much, also, you're talking about one of those robots is probably over $1 million easy right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's the reason he was saying that we are a long way from like household versions of that type of stuff, or like a consumer version of it,
And with that being said, we're probably a long way from even like commercial and industrial versions of that.
You're talking big companies like Amazon and things like that can afford those kind of things, but it's just crazy.
And Amazon has a good amount of robotics already working in their warehouses already.
And that, he said, he was saying that, in those particular settings, he's like, you're likely not to see legged robots a lot in that type of setting. Yeah. Most of, like he was saying that the robots that they're developing, I believe he said for Amazon, were literally the base of them, they were on a wheeled base. And the base is exactly the same size as a pallet.
Yeah.
Because they meant it specifically to work in like an industrial warehouse or whatnot with goods and things like that. And it's basically just one giant arm, like a service arm. But it would have the same capability to be programmed to do those tasks over and over again.
Yeah, it makes sense for functionality.
Right. I don't know how we got off on that, but I thought that was super cool. That was one of the cooler podcasts. I love that robots. And
I love robotics. I love his podcast. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
It is great. I went to sleep last night I was listening to Lex Friedman. I don't even remember who was his guest because I just immediately passed out. And then I woke up sometime in the middle of the night with a James Lindsay talk playing about what was he talking about? Oh God, I don't even remember. Basically the new religions that have taken over. But are you familiar with James Lindsay?
I think I am. Remind me who this is.
So he's a mathematician, PhD mathematician, who kind of got thrust into the spotlight. He is one of the authors of the papers that were written. Him, Helen Pluckrose, and Peter Boghossian.
Yes, I do know this.
Wrote the woke nonsense papers, and they got published in academic journals.
Were they? What was like one of the arguments?
One of them was heteronormativity at dog parks or some nonsense.
Oh yeah, they were trying to talk about.
Yeah. One of them, they literally like copied and pasted a bunch of paragraphs from Hitler's Mein Kampf, his book, and they just replaced the word Jew with white man and left it, and it got published in an academic paper.
Like accidentally?
Yeah. No.
They meant it.
They published it in like an academic journal.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they did the whole thing just as a ruse to prove how crazy all the woke stuff is getting.
Well,
And so what was the general like reaction?
Oh, well, everybody freaked out once they realized that it was, a hoax or whatever. But I got to find some of these papers because they were absolutely hysterical. They were beyond insane. We have raised $1,240 for Pete Stewart. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is amazing.
That's awesome. Heck yeah.
All right, James Lindsay. I like Peter Boghossian too. I like Helen Pluckrose, but she's British, and Peter Boghossian is awesome. He's someone else you need to check out. So the grievance papers. Okay, grievance studies affair. Here are these are so crazy. Okay. Alrighty. Here are some of them. List of hoax papers. These are the ones that were accepted and published. Human reactions to rape culture and queer performativity in urban dog parks in Portland, Oregon.
Oh my God, dude.
Are we gonna get flagged?
I don't know,
right
maybe.
now?
That's why I was like real quiet on the R word. This one, who are they to judge? Overcoming anthropometry and a framework of fat bodybuilding, fat studies.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh God. Going through the back door, challenging straight male homosteria and transphobia through receptive penetrating sex toys.
We're so getting flagged.
This video is getting taken off the internet.
And these papers were published by academic journals. Oh,
That's
my
so
Lord.
bad.
Yeah.
What a
God.
commentary though on where we're at. Like
It really is. It really is.
that goes back to what we said earlier. You know, you would think after we all went through a global pandemic that people would start to like let up on some of this nonsense and some of this woke stuff, but it's like it's almost made it worse. You know? I don't know. I think the whole woke thing is kind of going the way of the buffalo, honestly. Mm-hmm. I think the tables have turned somewhat.
Well, what scares me about any kind of national level politics, whether it's woke or the opposite end of that spectrum on the right, whenever the pendulum swings, it swings the opposite direction and it swings farther. And that's why I'm like, okay, we don't need to be going too far on either side. And when you go too far on one side, when it swings back, it goes even farther on the other side. Right. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to keep it here kind of in the middle. Right. Because, I mean, man, the conservatives need the liberals and the liberals need the conservatives. Both philosophies need each other to survive. They really do. Mm-hmm. The conservatives provide the liberals with the tradition, with the structure and order, and the liberals push the conservatives into progress. So it's a balancing act. Both sides are needed, but when they're like this,
right, nothing gets done.
No.
Stagnation.
Insanity. Insanity. It's far worse than stagnation. It's insanity now.
Don't you think that, like, what, honestly, other than, like, things like the pandemic and all that, what really, like, what, and, obviously, technology and all that stuff, that withstanding, what really have we changed in the last 20 years in America? What's the real, like, we all thought Obamacare was going to be transformative legislation. We already thought what was some other things? That's the one that just comes to the top of my head. But, like, what transformative legislation have we passed in America in the last 20 years? 30 years, honestly.
Well, there's been, honestly, not a lot.
You can't move anything through Congress now. And I'm afraid, where I'm going with this is bringing it back to kind of a local thing. If you start to see that same thing on a local level, you talk about never growing.
Yeah.
We'll never grow in that. I mean, I think, not to say that we should all just sing Kumbaya and get along. There's room for constructive debate and criticism.
Oh, absolutely.
We have to hear both sides.
We do.
Of the story,
The cream rises to the top.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the best ideas are going to win.
Yeah.
At least they're supposed to.
Yeah.
The best ideas are supposed to win.
And I'm not exactly opposed to a little bit of pressure. I told you this the other day is, in my view, when the pressure's on or when things start to get a little heated, good people come in to run.
Yeah.
It brings good people to the forefront, which is really good. Mm-hmm. I'm glad we're starting to see that. But it's like I've been reflecting on this over the last couple of days, and I kind of touched on it earlier. Is I think it's great that I've never seen people more involved, or more engaged in talking about how to grow, our little town and grow our area.
Well, I think people at large need to pay more attention to local level politics and national level politics anyway.
I feel like that's part of the problem. You had the 90s came along, and for little towns all across America, just like ours, there was massive decline. Mm-hmm. Massive decline. All the manufacturing left. I mean, you remember what Asheville was like when we were young?
Yeah.
I mean, even you remember that. And
I miss it.
Yeah.
Well,
I miss it. It's just changed so much over the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, it was. But good God, man, downtown was an absolute
downtown was.
Yeah. It was awful. I mean, boarded up, closed up. I mean, and then you've seen it come roaring back, but then it just goes. This is to some of the points that I was discussing with the people this week is if you don't manage that growth in a constructive way, like Asheville's a perfect example of this. You have to manage the growth, and when I was living in Asheville, it was things like why in the world, they moved when. Remember Merriman Avenue there? They moved. They got rid. There was a couple of little strip malls there, and they put in the Trader Joe's, the new Harris Teeter, that Staples that's right there, and all that stuff. And they didn't widen the road.
I know.
They didn't put a turning lane in. They didn't put nothing in.
Yeah.
And it's a disaster now because you have to manage growth.
Yeah.
You have to.
Well, that's all of Asheville's like that. It grew way too fast.
Yeah.
Way too fast, and the infrastructure has not even came close to keeping up.
No, they've got bad water problems over there too. Speaking of, it's the water and sewer problems are not unique to our town.
No.
In fact, most all of the problems that our little town has are not in any way, shape, form, or fashion unique to here.
I mean, look at Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was from corrupt politicians. Mm-hmm. That whole problem there was from corrupt politicians.
But I think what you have, and it shows in public works stuff probably more so because that's your basic needs. That's your water, your sewer, your everything. It shows in those issues because during the 90s, all these little towns just almost went broke.
Yeah.
You know, there was no chance, like basically largely throughout the 90s or maybe starting in the mid 90s to the late 2000s, I would say that none of that stuff was probably able to be upgraded. I don't know. We'd have to talk to like Philip Heiss or somebody like that.
Yeah, we need to get some people from the utility sector on the show.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see, because I was sitting there thinking about when I was listening to Donnie talk last night at the meeting. I wonder how much upgrades were done in that time period. Because that was when Spruce Pine was at its lowest, probably right around the time that we graduated.
Yeah,
was when the town, in my view, was probably more desperate and desolate than it had been in a long time.
I don't know. We had a brand new Walmart, though.
Boy, we did have a brand new Walmart. And that was probably, if you go back and look, I would say that's probably part of the reason, that we did. It gave us a reason to upgrade some of those things, to get water and sewer out there to Walmart, Yep. But I wonder, just thinking about all this, is small towns all over America are having to reinvent themselves after that period. And it's, I think this is a burgeoning thing. I really do. I really think that it's something, I thought about this, like Waxhaw down there. Used to call it Cracksaw.
Yeah.
And it has been entirely gentrified.
Yeah. They're actually, I still keep up with them, and they are still doing construction on Main Street. They're just constantly just updating and keeping it new and to stimulate the growth there.
When it would be interesting to bring in somebody like a mayor or somebody like that, or a town manager from a town like that has really kind of seen their town boom.
Yeah.
After that, because it was a manufacturer.
That's Waxhaw.
Yeah, where she worked in the
Old
at the
mill.
Emmett's social table is in an old mill.
Yeah.
It was in an old, what was that?
It was it used to be an old rubber thread and yarn, a cotton mill, a sweater
Textiles.
factory, textile. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
Texas.
several things.
Yeah, that was largely what was around that area at that time. And then you saw it, in the 90s. I have a friend of mine, Seamus, that me and him used to talk about this a lot. He's originally from Charlotte, and he was the one that told me they used to call it Cracksaw. But that was where you went to buy your drugs back in the day if you were in Charlotte. And now, it was apparently just a bad. And now it is the most ideal. It's like Pleasantville.
And it's what I've always said. It's what Spruce Pine could be if we'd let businesses survive and thrive and get the right people in office. And with the right government. That's what it could be. And that's what I want to see. I just want good people.
Right.
You want good people, and you also want, I would say that there's a lot of outside consulting that probably went on in that process, because, think about it, there's no, this came up when me and Dad were talking, there's a lot of gray hair on that town council.
Oh, yeah.
And that's good in a way.
Well,
it's good. It's good because what you want that wisdom. You want you want the things like that. But that has to also be balanced with, some new school ways of thinking. That can be done on like a consultant basis as well, It really can. It really can. And to further your point, Laura, you want good people and you want smart people too. You want people who are going to think outside the box. That's really what we need.
And people that just have the best interests for the community and the people in the town.
Yeah.
That's what's really important. Don't do it for your own personal gain.
Right.
Do it for your community. Get out there, show that you care. That's huge.
There's so much corruption.
Yeah.
So much corruption. I've said this for years now, and I stand by it. Every institution in America, if not the West, is corrupt to its core. Every institution.
I don't think it's corrupt like the Soviet Union or something was corrupt. Because, in places like that, you're talking about like everything was able to be bought. It depended. You could scratch your back and scratch somebody's back and get what it was. A snitch culture. We're not in that.
We're not in a snitch culture, but I do believe everybody is available for purchase.
You think?
Oh yeah, everybody has a price.
I don't know.
And I'm not being cynical. I'm just being realistic.
Right.
Being realistic.
Would you be available for a price?
Dude, everybody is. It's going to be a high price, but everybody's available for a price.
I think I'm worth about 2 quarters in a hot dog.
We have hot dogs. I mean, no, seriously, think about it though, man. Jimmy says I would advise hiring a grand rider and a qualified city planner / manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We definitely need grant riders. And no, I know, Patty. I'm generalizing here. But you don't know how you're going to act in a situation until it presents itself to you.
That's true.
That's the thing.
I agree with you on that.
You're in a position of power. You find yourself in a position of power, and somebody, comes in and says, "Hey,
right.
We need to get this deal through. We need this to happen. Here's $1 million."
Right.
Now, not everybody's going to be like, "Yeah, okay," but you're at least going to think about it.
True. I think that's definitely true on a national level, for sure. I mean, and what's so stupid about that is it's out in the open. How do you go into office? Mm-hmm. You go into office with a net worth of $2 million, and you come out of office 8 years later with $130 million. Now, you tell me where the hell that money's coming from. You know what I mean? That doesn't make it. Meanwhile, you're making a salary of $250,000 a year or something like that to be a senator. How much is being a senator? I know president's like $450,000 or something a year, $500,000 a year. Then I think it's like $200,000 a year or something to be on a national senator. And I'm not sure how much a representative is. I think it's a little less. But how do you? I mean, and people just turn a blind eye to it, like it's not
insider trading.
How do you get money out of politics? Is it possible?
It is possible. Yeah, sure. You could, make it illegal for. Sorry, my phone's going off. Make it illegal for people in congressmen, congresswomen to trade stocks.
Yeah, be a good start.
That'd be a great start. And options like the whole gamut of securities trading. Because they're going in there with knowledge of what's going to happen, of legislation that's going to affect one sector or another.
I'd be interested to ask Ralph.
Everybody does it.
Yeah, I'd be interested to ask Ralph how much of that he sees on the state level.
Yeah,
I don't know how much of it on a state level is necessarily money more than it is power. What?
Comment. It was hilarious.
Start putting up guillotines.
That would do it.
That'll do.
That would do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
sure. But no, I don't know. I think I might disagree with you on the local level stuff. I don't think you see it in bigger cities, but I don't think largely like towns like ours are necessarily that corrupt. Now, do people scratch each other's back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I can name you. I'd worked in one town where, ironically, I've done 1 million miles of pavers in the construction. We there for a long time, even back after 2008. We pretty much diversified we built houses primarily, but you had to learn how to do whatever the hell you could figure out how to do to make money. And one of the things we did, we got involved with an institution in a town that all their sidewalks were like brick pavers and things. Mm-hmm. I found it ironic. We ended up building a restaurant several years later, and they told us that we couldn't lay our own pavers for the sidewalk. And we're like, wait a minute, we've done 1 million miles of these sidewalks just like this, just not like on the town city street. We had to hire this one guy. Come find out, it was the town manager's like brother or something like that. And it's like,
oh wow,
come on, you know what I mean? That's a little like I think it's things like that. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of conflicts of interest.
Yeah, there is. I think there's some conflicts of interest.
So
I think
you wouldn't say that's corruption?
I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, it's corruption by definition. Yeah, I would say that's corruption. But, I think it's things. I don't think it's large scale things.
Well, no, I don't think it's large scale things.
I think it's good old boy. I call that kind of stuff good old boy politics, and and we do need to get away from that. I really do think. I don't know how much of that goes on. I'd have to see evidence of that in our community.
I don't know how much of it goes on, but I'm sure it does.
Now we think it's bad now. Remember when we had that spell with Vernon Bishop and all that stuff back in the day?
Barely remember that.
That was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild. I'm not going to get into it because I don't remember all of it. But
I don't either.
There's been some controversy in this town before. This community, in this county, there's been major controversy.
There has.
So it's not like this is anything new, and that's what I want to keep telling people. It's like you got to stop before you take that hard cynical view of everything. I think you have to really take a step back and be like, how constructive is that really? Even if some of that's true, I'm a firm believer that good ideas beat out bad ideas.
Sure.
And truth beats out falsehoods. And so I think you have to. There's such this, and I'm guilty of it too. And I probably did a little bit of that last night. I got a little nasty with somebody, and I probably shouldn't have got a little nasty with somebody. But sometimes I feel. My mom calls me her son of thunder when I do this, and I get that. It's like I can't stand to see it. It's like when I perceive an injustice or something, I can't do it. I can't do it, and I'll go off on somebody. But you have to resist that becoming your modus operandi.
Well, sure,
I think,
sure. And like I said, I don't say that to be cynical. That doesn't come from a cynical place.
Oh no, and I wasn't accusing you.
No, I know
that.
That comes from a. To me, just a realistic place, a dispassionate analysis of our state of affairs.
Yeah,
that's where that comes from. I feel
you're the king of dispassionate analysis.
I try to be. I really do. I mean, obviously, everybody has their unconscious bias, and that's part of being human and the human experience. But I do try really hard to look at. Everything. Look at the big picture.
I agree.
See what's going on.
I think you have to do that. But I mean, look at what happened tonight.
Yeah.
Look at how generous our community is.
Oh, I know. Thank you, everybody who donated. We have hit $1,240, I believe.
That's awesome.
And I'll give kind of an update on the Discord. I got Danny to join.
Nice.
I messaged him. I was like, appreciate it. He said, absolutely.
I want to do, I haven't told this to Josh yet. I want to get all of our kids in here and do a podcast.
We absolutely need to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely need to do that.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Everybody go donate right now if you haven't already.
If there's not something to feel good about, look at what happened tonight. I mean, that's the kind of people that you're dealing with. And remember, that's the kind of people, mountain people are like that. I think Rebecca said something about that earlier.
Yep.
Mountain people are like that. You tell me that all the time. Like, that was when your family came here, it took a while.
Yeah, we came here in August of 1997, July of 1997, and the first couple of years were pretty tough because we were outsiders. We were from Raleigh.
Sure.
And from before that, Ohio, and so it was tough. But now, you just mentioned Mom and Dad's name, and it's like, oh my gosh, that there's just such wonderful people. They do a lot for the community, and that's the thing. They're good, honest people, and they love to give back.
Yeah, absolutely.
I put the fundraiser in the chat again. I'm going to check it and see where we're at. We're at $1,440 that we have raised
Let's
for
go,
Keith Stewart.
Go.
Wow.
That is awesome. Thank you, everyone who has donated. I am so thankful that we have such a generous and caring community that is willing to come together and help people who are in need. And Keith is definitely in need, and this blows my mind. It doesn't really blow my mind, but I'm just so grateful for everybody who's donated.
I feel like this podcast and what we've been doing here has really broadened the community kind of.
Yeah.
I hope it does. I hope it does.
So too.
And I want to keep that. I want to keep that in the forefront of things. I'll be more than happy to have heated debate and
Sure.
heated, constructive debate, and I'll push back and I'll do mine. But at the end of the day, we're all in this together.
Yep.
We're all here together. We're all doing this together, and Josh, we might want to wrap this up because I think I have to go poop.
All right. Yep. That sounds like, well, we're hitting the 2-hour mark anyway.
That Thai fried rice is just really just that plus that goat's milk. Just
yeah.
I can
The
feel
gummy
it.
may have something to do with it as well.
Yeah, the
I
gummy.
can feel it forming.
For anybody who's just tuned in, Chase ate a Little Nitro.
Babe.
Little Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear that is 9 million Scoville units. That's insanely hot. So anyway, thank you everybody for donating. Please go donate what you can if you haven't already.
There's Keith.
Oh.
What's up, Keith?
Keith, man. Oh, absolutely. It's our pleasure, my man.
We're
our pleasure.
so glad that we can help.
And Keith, just so you know, if you want to watch me burn up, you can go back right after this ends. It'll be posted as an episode. You can go back and watch. Just go under the YouTube, just click the live tab, and it will be there. It will probably be up front right when
I think it'll be live episode number 8.
Yes,
Live
it
number
is.
8.
It's live number 8.
Live number 8.
Sure is. But yeah, everybody, please like this video. Share the video if you like what we're doing here. We have merch for sale, shophollercast.com. But before you buy anything from us, please go donate to Keith's fundraiser. It's linked in the chat and in the description.
And Keith says he is very, very appreciative.
Yes, Keith, you're so
And
welcome.
Keith, it's our pleasure.
It is
Absolutely.
absolutely.
We love Keith.
We're
We do.
so
We love Keith.
so glad to be able to help. Everybody, we love you all. We hope you have a great night. Until next time, peace out.
Can we run the ad one more time?
Yeah,
Which
yeah, right. One.
Sure.
HollerCast is proud to partner on our first community fundraising effort. Give Keith a good leg to stand on. Keith Stewart is a member of the community who has had several life-changing medical diagnoses arise this past year. He was diagnosed with stage 3 laryngeal cancer and has had to have his voice box removed as part of the treatment. Also, due to complications with neuropathy, he has wounds that cannot heal and needed a below-the-knee leg amputation. Throughout all this, he stays strong and proud, missing his life of being able to speak and walk. Keith is a kind-hearted soul and has always been a helping hand to others, and now he is in need of a helping hand himself. His savings has been depleted due to the overwhelming cost of the surgeries and medical bills. The funds raised will be used to pay for a prosthetic leg, an electric wheelchair, making his home handicap accessible, as well as a permanent voice box implant. Please visit the link in the description below to donate and help give Keith a good leg to stand on.